Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Sean Higgs coming at you. It's Monday, the 8th of September. Chip Chirimbes, Doug Upstone, always joining me on a Money Monday. We start the new week with some free picks for you, and we'll be getting to Thursday night NFL. The Washington, that's a Redskin helmet. That's an old school helmet there. And you see Doug sporting that little – was that for the Green Bay? We're not talking about Wisconsin Green Bay Phoenix of college basketball. That looks like a Packers shirt there. There you go. He's a big boy. I want to talk about who's the big lineman who
hey, come on! I'm not that big. Come on, let's go.
No, the Royd guy back in '91.
Tony Mandrich.
Tony Mandrich, there you go. He's got his Mandrich shirt on there. We'll talk about that game in just a second, or really more, probably about 64 seconds. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell on so you know each and every day we come in here on a YouTube Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast channel. Free picks for you here daily, 7 days a week because, Chip and his crew roll out on the weekends. We got you covered all week long. Live show on Friday. Hit the like, share, subscribe, get notification bell on so you know when the free picks come out. And, of course, gamblersworld.net for our premium action. NFL is underway. The early bird pass is still up for the entire season, less than $25 a week. Go get it. 3 7-30 packages guaranteed. And a real quick, just look over at the board here right now. I see Doug's at MLB and NFL up here for NFL for the Thursday night game. He's ready. He's ready to sell on a Monday here. Chip's got MLB up as well for Monday. And me, I think I got an NFL package up. I don't even remember, but whatever. Let's get right to it. Listen, a lot to talk about, and we don't want to go on for hours on end. But let's talk about, forget college football. Finally, some NFL. Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Here we go. Doug, Thursday, let's just have a hodgepodge here, Doug. What do you think? Your biggest take from any of the games?
I don't know that I've ever seen a game like last night's game. The Baltimore
Good way to Buffalo started up, right?
And here I'm just going to get this out of the way. Okay, we cannot consider Baltimore a Super Bowl team unless they can win games in the fourth quarter with leads of double digits. If you cannot win those games, you are not winning a Super Bowl. And yet again, this is 2+ years now that we've seen this act on television. Live on television, 10-point leads, 13-point leads, 16-point leads, like last night, and you can't finish the deal. Sorry, you might have all the talent in the world, especially on offense, but doesn't matter if you can't get the job done, home or away. You don't deserve consideration to be a Super Bowl champion. Simple as that.
Chip, when do we? I was gonna say, Chip, when do we? I'm tired of people blaming Lamar. How about Harbaugh's play calling? We're just going to run 3 yards in a cloud of dust for the entire fourth quarter.
To me, it's more of what happened to we used to have a defense. I mean, the Ravens don't play defense anymore. I mean, you've got Lamar Jackson. He scored 40 points. I mean, even if they turned the ball over in the fourth quarter, when you score 40 points, you should win a football game. Mm-hmm. And, yes. It's like in baseball. If you score 6 runs, you should win that game. And football, you score 40 points. It's got to fall on the defense to me, and their defense has been lacking the last couple of years, particularly in clutch situations. Now, we saw in the playoff games how, Lamar turned the ball over a couple times, but they just are not the same on that other side of the ball right now. I mean, that's what I see.
22-6, you're outscored on the road. And I say this about anybody, any team, quarterbacks will get a bum rap. You saw with Romo, you can't win in the fourth quarter. This whoever. Insert any kind of really good quarterback, and he chokes. How the hell you make a stop defense? You couldn't make one stop the entire fourth quarter. Outscored 22-6. Your coach says we're going to try to run Derrick Henry nonstop on 8 of our 12. You got to punt 3 times. They ran him the other 7 and threw 1 pass on third down. What are you doing?
Well, Henry's remarkable, and Jackson made a run where he, looked like he was going to get sacked, and he meant to pick him first down, picked up 17, 18
Yeah.
yards. And I thought to myself at that time on that play, this guy's really incredible. I'm really bad mouthing him year after year, and I should just keep my mouth shut. And then they go out and blow the game. So and I don't put it all on Lamar. I think they fumbled again. I mean, sort of like the Jets too. They get a
Derrick
lead.
Henry
First thing
fumbled.
they do is fumble the first chance they get.
Yeah, and one other thing too, and let's not go overboard on Buffalo here. I mean, this defense it's been reworked, and it needs a lot of work. Now they got a lot of young guys. Okay, so I mean, there's growth potential for sure on this defense, but it's not ready right now, especially against good offenses.
Doug, you're right. The whole game I kept saying is, boy, this Ravens just going to move this on this Baltimore team. And they're big plays. The Ravens are running big plays against this defense. And if you're a solid defense, you can understand people, I mean, these big plays should not be happening like that for a championship contender. Now, granted, both these teams have chance to go to the Super Bowl, and they have offense, but I didn't see much defense at all out there. I mean, the over was such a wonderful play, wasn't it?
Yeah, I missed that one just by that much for my free play. Just if they played 32 minutes, I would have been good.
Yeah, that's like when I tried to shoot 80 in golf. I just had to quit after 12 holes.
Right.
That was it.
Actually, real quick, Chip, I knew a guy that did that. He shot 78 wherever he played. Never more than 78. True story.
Well, it's cost him $1 a stroke at least, probably.
No, he just walked off the course. That was his thing.
Oh, Lordy. What I mean is like golf greens fees are so expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Right
anyway, so yes, go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
I would say one more thing, and we'll pivot to the Thursday night game. But we'll go from this offense here to Chiefs, Chargers, and the defense or the lack of offense from Kansas City again. Chip.
I don't know. Kansas City looks like just another team right now. I mean, the Super Bowl, they certainly didn't look too good. And, maybe it's catching up to them that they don't have it. Where's their running game? And where's their explosive receiver? I think Hill was suspended for that game, or maybe for a longer duration. But
well, they traded him 3 years ago. It's not Hill. It's what's his name?
Rice. What's his name?
Rice.
Rice. What's the fourth letter word? What do you want from me? So anyway, Kansas City doesn't have the explosiveness they've had in the past. And Kelsey's your main guy, and he's a plotter. He's just looking for an open space. And I must say, Holmes is still amazing back there. I mean, the guy's falling backwards, falling down, and completing passes. He's a shortstop out there playing quarterback, and he's their biggest asset without a doubt. But Kansas City to me just didn't look anywhere near the same.
Doug, this is basically year 3 of them having a limited offense. Can we just be safe to assume that, I know people love Mahomes, he makes plays, but I don't want to say he's a game manager, but they're really just kind of, when they're winning, they're pulling out 23-20 games, 21-19. Game manager is the wrong thing when you have multiple Super Bowl titles, but they are obviously lacking, like Chip said, a playmaker.
Yeah, well, their main playmaker gets hurt on the second play of the game or third play of the game,
yep.
And so that hurts them. It's just, I mean, everybody, every run comes to an end, and it looks like their window, it's not closed by any stretch, but I mean, it's just.
They were in the Super Bowl last year. It's definitely not closed. I mean, they won playing crap last year. They went to the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. And even in the year before, they struggled at the end of the regular season, got hot in the playoffs and won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it's still capable. They still have a great coach. They still have a great system as to what they do. But, it looks like, we're starting to see the decline of the Chiefs. And there's a lot of people that are happy by that, by the way. But and I don't care one way or the other, personally. I admire what they've done. I'm always been a big admirer of people that excel in not only in sports, but excel in life.
We will be doing some Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch for this weekend on the Football Friday show. So be sure to tune into that. Again, you're here, hit the like button, subscribe, notification bells on so you know we do the live show on Friday, and, of course, all of our free pick videos with all the guys here on Gambler's World. Now, let's talk about Thursday night. Here we go. Washington and Green Bay going at it. 3.5 here Chip, 3.5 and a 48. There's a 47.5 out there with this total. And I said way back, when we go back to the videos, I said, take Green Bay in week 2. It was 1.5 points over Washington. I said it's the same line as they're playing the Detroit Lions at home. I didn't understand it then. Didn't make sense. I said take Detroit at 4.5. That line is now up to a 5.5 because they're playing the Bears off a short week. A 3.5 here. Now, are you enticed by the hook? I mean, Green Bay looked good being Detroit. Again, Detroit's first game on the road, new coordinators. Detroit's pumped, or Green Bay's pumped up. We made a trade for Parsons. We're all in, rah. Washington didn't look all that great versus the Giants. I mean, the Giants had time to just go down there and score and couldn't punch it in. I want to look at an under in this one. This looks like 48 points. Give me the under, Chip. What do you think?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm thinking more about Monday night's Minnesota-Chicago game and projecting onto Thursday because there's so much time between now and Thursday. 3 days, we know that. First impression, you got two winning teams playing each other, going head-to-head. I wish maybe the Giants had come up big, and I'd be looking to take Washington. But like you said, the failures of the Giants in the red zone and like last season, they just handed this victory to the Redskins, made it easy for them. Expected a regression from the Redskins, from the Commodores. I just go and call them commies, but I was expecting a little regression for them, and we actually saw it, I think, in that game 1.
Yeah.
But the Giants weren't good enough to capitalize on it. The lack of talent is just incredible. Washington looked like they could push the Giants around when they wanted to at times, and the ineptitude on offense. I don't know what the Giants are going to do. I had said earlier in the year I thought that they would go over the 5.5 wins. And now I really do question after what I saw here. And Washington, I'm kind of psyched for them. But everyone's, not everyone, but let's just say that out here, people are looking for them to regress a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm literally concerned about, is Love good enough? Do the Packers still have enough in Love to come and win the division or challenge Detroit? I'm up in the air about this game right now. These two teams are still going to wait and see. I know we've got a little sample size. We got one real game, and it was for both sides. I really can't tell you where I'd want to go right here, right now. Thursday night, it's just right now I'm dealing with what we have today, to tell you the truth.
Well, you already dealt with it, Chip. Come on. You got a standalone winner up tonight in this game. You're ready to rock on Monday Night Football.
I just love it. No, I've done well on Mondays. The standalone games. I had the one Thursday night. I passed Sunday night. We had Dallas. And, I'll have a selection by game time. I promise you that.
Doug, he brings up the Giants, and I thought the Giants could be in it. You had a veteran quarterback in there, Hall of Fame quarterback. You think you could make some plays. Just totally petering out inside the 10-yard line. I thought they'd wait a while before you bring Jackson Dart out there. If they get another poor performance like this in Dallas, you might see a little Dart sighting in the second half of a game. And as Chip said,
Russell was under 50%, wasn't he? For the game passing.
Yeah, garbage 50%.
And he doesn't. He doesn't throw the long ball anymore. That used to happen when he was scrambling, and for him to be scrambling nowadays, that half step means a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that came up a couple times yesterday because Neighbors got open a couple different times, and the throws were short. He had to throttle down to try and catch the ball. Allowed the Washington defensive back to get back into play. So that came up. I just thought though Washington just left New York around. Realistically, that game should have been 31-6. Okay. They were that much better, and it was clear they were that much better. 220 yards rushing yesterday. And they just traded away their number one rusher from a year ago. So, so their offensive line is good. We saw that yesterday. They have more than enough weapons to move the ball consistently, I would say, pretty much on everybody. Now, the Giants defense isn't great, but it looked like a game 1 for Washington. That's kind of what I thought, and I just thought I had the same thing. I had missed on New York, on that New York team yesterday. I thought they'd have a little bit more. So the one big difference that Washington's already made, and it showed up yesterday, and not that the Giants have a great running game, but Washington was 30th against the run last year. So what do? They go out and get 2 guys that are 300-pounders and put them at tackle. So that's a big plus for them. And so I
should have
think
called me. I would have done it for half the price.
Yeah.
what's that?
Should have called me. Need 300-pounder. I'd do half the price.
I don't know if they have a helmet that big. Oh, I'm telling you,
wow.
he left himself open for that one. You know, I always remember Doug goes for the joke. The Packers yesterday, I thought their first half was brilliant. Great game plan. You know, everything that they wanted to do, they did. But on a personal note, how about Dobbs? Okay, I tell you, this guy gets to me all the credit in the world, and the reason I say that, you know, we're a year or so. This guy, you know, had threw a fit, wanted to sit out, you know, everything else, and was frustrated. So, you know, he's come back, and then he's had some, you know, injury problems with concussions. So most NFL players, okay, probably should have that extra padding on their helmet. I shouldn't say most. I would say upwards of 10% of guys that have had concussions, but they wouldn't do it because it doesn't look good, okay? So I give this guy, from a personal standpoint, I give this guy all the credit in the world. He has turned himself into a very good route runner, and he's an important part of their offense. So the Packers, though, yesterday, so they look good. Detroit didn't look good at all. The coordinator change was a big deal, I think, especially just in terms of creativeness from the Detroit offense, and then also losing their center and their right guard. That's going to take some time, and that showed up quite a bit yesterday because it took away the main strength of that offense is the play action pass. And that they had to throw more drop back passes yesterday because they couldn't run the ball. So how do I look at this game? I like Chip. I think it's a tough call right now, but I will offer an opinion. And because we've seen this time and time again, Packers usually play well at home in the first half, with rare exception. Do you see that? So Packers, I believe, are 6-0 at home the first 2 weeks of the season against the spread. And then, but they're 15-3 against the spread in the first half at home. So that would be, if I'm going to give a play here, that's my play. Packers first half against Washington on Thursday.
First half is currently going to go to the my little
probably
logic screen here. 2.5 minus 2.5.
Yeah. Okay.
Doug, how about my boy Scatterboo? He hit 5 times before he gained 2 yards. I mean, no shot, but he was tough. I'll tell you that. He was pretty tough out there. He took a beating. He took the Redskins. You mentioned the Redskins shored up their defense, run defense, and it showed yesterday because every time he had the ball, he got whacked.
Yeah, but, I mean, they just blew that defensive line right up. There was nowhere to go. I mean, talk about a brick wall. That was your brick wall yesterday. Yeah. Sean, what do you think about this game?
You know, Chip had brought up the regression of Washington, which is right to think of it. The second-year guy, you got a whole year of film. We'll figure it out. You know, last year they had 13 one-score games they played in. They won 9 of them. That's a big ask to do that.
They won a Hail Mary against the Bulls. They're very fortunate. Yeah. I mean, you know, and yesterday, I don't know, they could have been had, I guess, point-wise, if the Giants had scored some points.
All I know is I saw the Giants within the 10-yard line twice, and they couldn't punch it in from like the 3. Got 0 points out of it. I mean, they get 1, and all of a sudden they're covering a number. You know? Yeah. For me, this is an under, though, for me. This is an underplay. Green Bay's going to play defense. Washington's is a run-first kind of team as much as they are. Under 48 is where I'm going to go here for this one here. Free. Now, again, these are free picks, folks. Under 48, Green Bay first half minus 2.5. So far, a little slow start to NFL free picks. 2-4 minus 245. Major League Baseball, 62-54 plus 275. Money in your pocket. 5-3 plus 170 in college football with the free picks. So we're winning. We'll get, NFL. It's 3 days now. Our best bets. I mean, I'm looking. Like I said, I'll get to Chips in a second. Again, Doug. It's no Monday Mauler here. It's just a regular Vikings Bears. You didn't call it the Monday Night Mauler?
No Monday Mauler. Well, because I think it's going to be a close game. So you can't lie, Sean. And my baseball game.
I guess you probably think it's the Bears, right? Because the Bears would maul something. So people don't think like he's
Monsters
got the Bears.
Monsters of the Midway.
Exactly. And you got an 83% run in MLB going on here.
I got to play in an 83% situation tonight. Correct. So nice play there.
Speaking of MLB, I see Chip's got a guaranteed Monday winner and a standalone winner. 65% run here on the standalone Monday, Thursday, Sundays.
Well, last year we did pretty well with that. I think it was like 28 and 15, something along those
28
lines.
15, 65%.
This year we've got the Dallas game in our pocket.
Hey, can I give you another free pick?
Already 100%. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay. The prop bet. First coach to be fired, Mike McDonald. The Miami.
Before Sable?
Yes. Yep.
Well, Giants don't fire people in mid-season. They really don't.
No.
I think Miami looked like they flat out quit yesterday in the second half.
Who did?
Miami looked they flat out quit in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't. In all honesty, I don't put it all on him. But his offense is based upon rhythm, okay, and having the right skilled players. They've lost how many offensive linemen the last 3 years? Their defense, I mean, the defense is a shell of their okay defense from 3 years ago is a shell of itself, okay, from a few years ago.
And people are so high on them still.
Yeah, and Tua is a rhythm passer. And so he's a three-step drop, get rid of the ball guy. And they don't have that ability anymore because they can't consistently run the ball because they have no offensive line, and they can't, and he's not a great decision maker under pressure. Let's put it that way. And that's so. I think he's I think he's kind of lost the team, and I think he'll be the first guy gone. I don't know what his odds are. I haven't looked it up, but that's just I'm just throwing it out there.
So again, real quick wrap up here for a Thursday night game. This is Thursday. It is Monday. Under 48. Packers first half. Before we roll out of here, do you have any little free pick or anything for a Monday night you want to tell the folks here, whether it be baseball or the NFL game?
I think the Red Sox or Crochet might be worth a shot laying the runs. They're on the road at the A's, and I wouldn't want to lay the price, but in that ballpark, I think the Sox can put some runs up.
Can I give you one? Can I give you a great tidbit from Saturday college football?
Go for it.
Yeah. All right. Kansas State, 17.5-point favorite against Army, up big. Okay, ended up that's their biggest loss as a favorite since 2002, losing to Army. Here's the thing, so Army comes from behind to win 24-21. In the second half, Army time of possession 27 minutes.
Wow,
out of 30,
out of 30, they had the ball.
Maybe
I love that.
Maybe Sean was playing for Kansas State.
How does that even happen?
I have no idea. I watched it. I mean, I was watching 5 games, so just it was on. But it seemed like they did have the ball at the time, and it kind of goes to the point we talked about a couple of weeks ago with this Avery Johnson for Kansas State. How good a quarterback is he really? I think we were finding out real quick. I mean, you can't do anything against Army's defense.
They couldn't have made a first down in the second half if they only had the ball.
Here we go. Ready? I just pulled out the box score. Army gets the ball to start the second half. 3 plays, 4 yards, punted, 2 minutes, minute 57. 4 plays and a punt for Kansas State, a minute 45 seconds. 14 play, 89 yards. 7 minutes, 58 seconds. I guess we get a punt return or kickoff return for a touchdown for K-State. So they don't have the ball. They had the ball once in the third quarter. They punted it, and they got a kickoff. Fourth quarter, 21-14, 7-minute, 22-second drive, 57 yards field goal. I don't know what happened. They got the ball back again. It's interception, 9 plays. Hold on. Is this the end? No. How? I guess they fumbled because the next thing says a kickoff and they scored another touchdown. They had the ball for 7 minutes and 54 seconds and back-to-back. There had to be a turnover somewhere involved there. I'm trying to
sometimes you don't know
where that was.
Right.
So they got the ball.
Turnover. If they ran any plays, the clock's got to run.
Yeah. So.
Excuse me. This is how they got it back with 7 minutes to go. Onside kick. Recovered the onside kick.
And you know what they did? Okay, I saw the onside kick. So they had just scored, and the K-State guy, evidently they knew that he starts turning back. He kicked it right at him. So the guy starts turning a little bit, turns his body. He's not looking straight ahead anymore, turns his body. The perfect kick by the kicker nails him right in the side of the hip. Ball's free. Army gets it. Yeah, I saw that one.
Unbelievable. A 7:22 drive. Again, this might have started at the end of the third quarter or whatever. 7:22 drive ends with a field goal. Onside kick, 7 minutes, 54 seconds. And then interception thrown at the Army. Where's that at? They threw a pick somewhere. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. As Chip's a fan too. This would be his football analogy. Yogi Berra would say, if you only have the ball for 3 minutes and a half, you're probably not going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a 7:58, a 7:54, 2 8-minute drives in a quarter.
Yeah.
And a 7.
And who anticipated that after they finished their first week? I mean,
right.
They lost
losing to who? I forget who they lost to.
Tarleton State. I don't even know who they played.
I don't remember either. But yeah, lost that game and then down pretty significantly in that game too. And then 27 minutes of possession and a half. Never heard of anything like that.
I know that's unbelievable.
I did have Tarleton. I did have Tarleton plus 16 against Army week 1, by the way.
Okay. So, Chip, you should make a note to yourself on this date in sports history, September the 6th. The Army, 27 minutes of time.
Well, it was September the 8th when Burt Campaneris for the Kansas City A's played all 9 positions.
Okay. What year was that?
1965.
65. Okay.
Burt Campaneris, Kansas City A's.
Yes. Campy Campaneris, too.
Right. He pitched in the 8th inning, gave up 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks, caught in the 9th. I mean, what was Kansas City going to do? They weren't going to win.
We got a little sidetracked on that K-State. Good little tidbit there. We had to dig into it. I mean, if you didn't watch that game or you just caught a glimpse of it somewhere on social media, unbelievable. But, again, free picks under 48 on Thursday night. Green Bay, first half minus 2.5. Top plays up for Monday night at GamblersWorld.net. Chip, Doug, Monday Night Football, plus Major League Baseball. Get the day pass, $69.99 if you want, folks. Get them. Don't miss a winner. But we're out of here for Monday. Comment your pick for Thursday night. Gentlemen, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.